Hi, I'm Michael from Grand Vindima Wines. Today we're bringing you two wines from Portugal. Grand Vindima is an exclusive Portuguese importer and distributor here in Australia. And Busan has asked us to pick one white and one red to present. In terms of the white, we've gone with Vinho Verde, probably the most famous and classical white region in Portugal, located right up here in the northwest of the country. And the wine that we're looking at today is the Muros Antigos Alvarinho 2015 by Anselmo Mendes. So for me, Anselmo is the best white winemaker in the Vinho Verde region. He does over 7 different Alvarinhos. He also uses other key varieties like Loureiro and Avesso. He also does a couple of reds, which are very, very interesting. But he's a third generation winemaker, fantastic vineyards, and for me, as I said, just a standout in terms of understanding the variety, Alvarinho. So Alvarinho and Albarino, same variety you get on the Spanish side, just to the north of the border. Alvarinho. So same variety, just slightly different spelling. There tends to be a bit of a stylistic difference as well. I think the Vinho Verde tends to hark back a little bit to its traditions, which is to pick a little bit on the early side and have really nice, fresh, crisp acidity. So fantastic summer wines. Alvarinho is the most premium of the wines in terms of structure. It has pretty much everything that we're looking for in terms of winemaking. Very good acidity, very nice body and texture. It has quite an oily skin. So just a little bit of skin contact with Alvarinho, and it certainly pays back in the palate, both in the mid palate with a little bit of weight and oiliness, and also on the finish. A really nice phenolic component coming through in the finish. In terms of aromatics, it's very, very pretty. It's not overt as another one of the Vinho Verde varieties, Loureiro, but it is very, very pretty. In terms of this wine, the way Anselmo puts it together, he basically sources from 2 vineyards. One, a higher altitude older vine vineyard that tends to show much cooler characters, and another younger, lower altitude vineyard which sits in a disused riverbed. And from the higher altitude vineyard, as I said, he gets cooler characters coming through. So really nice, tight green apple and pear acidity. And then from the younger, lower altitude vineyard, tends to get slightly riper characters coming through. So some nice stone fruit, a little bit of peach and nectarine coming through. So what he will do is he will use the 2 vineyards to balance out his wines, to give them balance and consistency each year. So in 2015, which was a fantastic year for white wine, very, very cool year. So great acidity from north to south in Portugal in 2015. He didn't need to use as much as the higher altitude older vine vineyard, because the natural acidity and the acid retention from the younger lower altitude vineyard was so good. But there is still around about 25% of the older higher altitude vineyard in there, and that really does produce a wonderful crisp acid line running through it. Lovely texture and body on this wine, which is a very typical characteristic of Alvarinho, and then those very nice, pretty but balanced citrus and slight stone fruit tones on the nose. So 15, a cracking year in Portugal for whites. If you can get your hands on any, a little bit like the 14 Chablis, it's definitely a top year.